Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, and or night. Welcome to the stream. My name is Steampunk Fiend. I hope you're all having a wonderful Wednesday, and if not, welcome to the Barkade. Let's hopefully fix as we sit back and relax and have another wonderful day of rainbows in July. Hope everyone's doing good. My dog is snoring back behind me, and I got a little text thing done here in chat. So give me all a second here as I figure out how I'm gonna write brain stuff into words. Okay. Looks like I also got to do a little bit of back end work as well because I can get some videos done. Or I can get some videos to help us on the cause and tell us a little bit more here. Um, brain is working. Perfect. Alrighty. Allow me all 1 second to quickly do something on the back end, and I will be ready to rock and roll, I think. I can't spell today. Would you believe that, guys? Alright. I think I should just do it like this. That one down. Do this. Cool. I hope I doing this right. Oh man, let me look at my see something here. QY. Okay. All right, that should be done and dusted. I'll have to check and make sure I don't need to do anything else in the future, but we should be good to go, I think so. Apologies for that taking a little bit. Hope you guys enjoyed some music on Twitch, but without any further ado, it's time to start up day 3 of Rainbows in July. So let's sit back and relax and do some art. Welcome one and all. It is a good Wednesday, and that means it's another day of art. But more importantly, it's another day of raising money and awareness for Rainbows in July, and it's benefiting Rainbow Railroad. If you guys don't know and haven't been here the last couple of days, Rainbow Railroad is an organization that strives to help LGBTQI folks escaping persecution by giving them pathways to safety, to relocate, and resources that they can use to find a way to live a better life, whether it be in their home country or through resettlement somewhere else. So far, we have raised $20 on Tiltify and $50 through Twitch. That is a total of $70, which is fantastic. Thank you guys. Goal-wise, it'll be a little funky because tracking 2 different metrics will be a little interesting. But at the end of the week, I'll give a cumulative total in an image as we start up our Friday, or maybe at the end of our Friday stream, and we'll celebrate how far we've made it in 1 week. So look forward to our streams going forward for the next 2 days as well as today. And we'll have a lot of good fun. If any of you would like to learn more about the cause, doing !Rainbows in July will take you to our campaign, or you can click the link at the top of chat. That'll take you to your campaign where you can read more and read a little bit about our schedule, see little blurbs about the organization and the event, and see a little video that I'll show off a little bit later today of a testimonial of Olivia, who was able to be a beneficiary of, I think it's beneficiary is the word I need to use. They're able to benefit from Rainbow Railroad's work, is how I phrase it. Can you believe that words are hard? Who'da thunk? On top of that, is there anything else I need to say? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do it today. I might do it at the end of stream. We'll see. I am going to have an article reading that helps us to better illustrate kind of the more recent effects of what Rainbow Railroad has been able to do, as well as the current conditions that the world faces in terms of being queer and the litigation and legislation that has kind of arisen, or has seen arise in our current time and our political climate. So we'll look into that a little bit later. But for now, we'll talk a little bit about our art that we're going to get into here. Sound you say benefit from a charity. Who could think such a thing? I don't know. I don't want to say sounds like a slacker because that sounds mean. And I know you're being like sarcastic and joking there. But genuinely, the work that Rainbow Railroad does is saving people's lives. Giving them ways to escape death, harm, and legislation that would restrict their livelihoods. So, in order to help facilitate that, we're doing some fun art. I'm putting on a good show and talking about the charity. We're having a good time. So, I think our next attack is going to be of a character called Mochi by Ghost T. This character is a short cat, which is going to be kind of interesting and fun to do, but they have a very stylized, kind of cartoony look, which I think will help play into my own style, which I think is fun. And I'm planning to lean into one of their quirks where it says that they don't like people who are taller than them, which I think is really funny. Or like they have a hard time agreeing with people who are taller than them. Let me see if I can read the exact same thing here. Yeah, she's not very fond of people being taller than her. Go Mochi, steal their kneecaps. I was about to say nail caps. I don't know why I was gonna say that, but that was not right. In top of that, Mochi loves to cook, but never has the time to. They have a short temper and short patience, and whenever they have time to cook, they tend to stand near it and watch it simmer. So I think what I'm gonna do is my plan is to have another comic style piece here with Mochi. We'll probably like look through a window, um, at Mochi cooking near a stove, wearing an apron, but we can't see the apron because they're facing away from us. And this will help, I think, reinforce the joke later on that I'm going to have in the comic. So we're going to have Mochi standing. This will be a one panel. I'm probably going to have the same panel also have, just below the window, I'm going to have a sign that says, uh, ask me for food, but it's going to have like a little asterisk beneath it, I think. And then I'm gonna hopefully make the joke later that the asterisk says must be shorter than me or something like that, or can't be too tall or something like that. And then our second comic panel will be someone knocking on the door and opening up the door, and I might have it so I think what I'll do is I'll have two panels, or maybe like two really short panels, like one of the door knocking and then the door opening, and it's gonna be one of my characters, called Caution, who's rather tall. They're an object head, and they're a signpost for a caution symbol. So I think having them be a little bit taller than Mochi, I think would be funny. Uh, and then our final panel, which is hopefully going to be our most fun and detailed one, is Mochi standing with a freshly cooked pot of food, maybe some mac and cheese, but I don't know if I'm gonna draw mac and cheese or not. Maybe I might just have the pot. And then her apron's gonna say, "Must be this shorter to ask me for free food," on it with with one of the height charts that you see on the roller coaster. I think would be really funny. So we're gonna go with that. That's gonna be your idea. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll get a reference going. I'll show you guys the reference here of Mochi in just a second. It's gonna be fun. Okay. Okay, that's good. You must be this short to ride, Mochi lurking menacingly with a bone saw. Maybe you must be this short to eat. uh, but I think I'm gonna do the ask me for free food because specifically one of the stipulations of this character is nothing lewd at all and no sexualization at all. So I think I don't want to have any potential innuendo arise on this apron, so I'm gonna try and do it uh, as non-lewd as possible. So all right, so I did the other one I did was like 1600 by a really crazy amount. But let's see. So I want to do like height wise. I think we're gonna do three panels. So we're gonna do 1200 by 3600 maybe. We'll see. We do a 72 resolution. What does that look? Yeah, if I break this up into three, this should be pretty good. All right, and then let me also bring in Mochi's reference here. So this is Mochi. I love the little detail of the her angry like sullen face here as she's cooking and standing away with an apron. So I think it's gonna be very fun. I think to do this. I especially like love this like little grouchy eyebrow here. That's one of my favorites here. Doing the calico pattern is probably gonna be the hardest part for me, but I'll figure it out. I'll make it work. I'll probably do maybe a base coat. Get the larger spots done on the base coat as well, and then I'll do the more Is Bruxious the word I'm looking for? No, that is a Pokemon that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of more like the burnt orange as a separate layer, probably on top, I think. Okay. So that's kind of what we're doing. I need to first get myself a layer guide down here. So we're going to do every 1200. Zoom in real close here so I can get it right on the money. Okay. So I think one of the, yes, technically I need this to be over here. We're going to call this, we're going to call this, it must be this tall for free food. I think that's what we're going to call this comic, I think, for fun. All right, so we're going to lock the guide. I have my reference here. Okay. And then I think let's work on our background layers. So we're going to do our stove and stuff, maybe. Actually, no, I should work on the characters first. And let me also, really quickly, because I'm silly and I sometimes don't remember things, I'm going to look at my own character caution and I'm going to remember how tall he is if I give him an exact height. I think he has a canonical height. He's canonically 160 centimeters, which is around 5-ish. But my own personal non-written down canon for him is that he can change his height. Problem is, Mochi here doesn't have an actual height chart. They don't have a they don't have a toy house, so that's okay. Is there anything here on Ghostie's thing? I don't think so. Also, later I'll have to show you all some really cute work we got as revenge art for yesterday's piece, which is really sweet. We got I got my own character. I got myself my little guy, the guy you're looking at in the bottom right corner. We got art of him, which is really cute. Show that off later probably for it. So don't let me forget anybody. I'll probably forget. Hopefully I won't. We'll see. Also, Sound, if you're still here and you're not lurking, I wanted to ask you as well. How is Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey? Okay. I think let's get ready to draw. Is 12 too big? Okay, so I really don't have to worry about spikiness in the arm fur, the tail, and the head. Okay. The good thing is Mochi got that hyper cartooniness where the head is not different perspective wise from the back, right? Like there's not different shapes. Like if you look at me from behind my head, it's kind of the same, kind of cartoony, but you lose a little of the front bang definition that I got. It would usually be just like a straight clump. And a clump is not the right word, but like a straight lock, like straight locks of hair kind of thing. So I appreciate about Mochi that that Mochi is just one solid object. I'm using the wrong pencil though. So I'm gonna leave these here as guidances for me, but I'm gonna have to erase these later and get the actual head definition because there's no. Well, she doesn't have a real neck. That would be like cartoonish that I would draw normally. So it's just gotta be. I gotta get these in for stylization. And these will just be our test. Probably I'll probably get extra lines done later. How was Odyssey? I thought it was pretty okay. I know too much about the actual epic, so obviously everything can't make it into the movie, but there were a couple things missing that I really thought should have been in there. A few pacing issues, but the cast was solid. I thought with how small Zendaya's role was, it felt out of place personally, but Damon was great, and so was Holland. Really, Matt Damon and Tom Holland were in it. Surprises me, honestly. I didn't know that. Do you think Zendaya was just in it because Holland was in it? Or, like, they were cast together, you know? Not like they couldn't get their parts on their own, but I can't remember if there's still a couple, but I think like I thought they were a couple during Spider-Man. Could be wrong. They're like, oh yeah, like here's your couple. I don't know. Damon was Odysseus, Holland was his son, and Anne Hathaway was the queen. Very much felt like Zendaya got a bit role because of Tom. She just kind of pops up in some random places and has like 5 lines. Interesting. Well, I mean, you know what? Good payday for her if nothing else. Can I do the pause like that? I might make him a little rounder here. Uh oh, dog wants attention. Gotta sneeze too. This little lady is licking her chops because I said her lunch word. She's getting excited for lunch. All right, well, I think we're gonna take a break while I also let the shapes ruminate here. I'm gonna quickly get this line to be a little smoother. I think. Whoops, wrong thing. Didn't unlock that layer. Lol, teehee. She's gonna get lunch, and her brother's gonna get lunch. She was a good actress. She was really good in Dune, or I mean, the first Dune that I saw. I haven't actually seen any other ones yet. And Dune 3's coming soon. So we'll see how she should play a role in Dune 3 because she is Atreides' wife. I think still in that, if I'm not mistaken. But I think she dies in the second book, if I remember correctly. I don't know. She should play a role in Dune 3. She was great in Dune 1. I was looking forward to her role in Dune 2. I just didn't actually see Dune 2. So, like, she does good stuff, and I know she's been in a lot of other stuff. So, like I said, I didn't want to disparage her by asking those questions. I was like, I wonder if she just got the role because Tom Holland was in it. Because, like, you know, it would make sense to have them together, I think. But she didn't get a, like, if she didn't get a prominent role, I wonder if Nolan just cast her just because of the pairing, which would have sucked. So, I don't know. I'm going to get my dog her lunch. I'm going to work on art afterwards. And Zendaya is going to make bank, and that's good for her. Okay. I hope everybody liked my gone fishing avatar. I love this one. It's so silly. It's the counterpart one. So if I'm in a call with somebody and I have this one set up, it's a counterpart to if I'm deafened or if I'm muted, I should say. This is my deafened one. And I put that on for fun. It's just a bag over my head. Gone fishing. I'm checked out. I'm sleeping. All right, body wise, I hope I'm doing this right. We'll see. I might have to adjust it and mochi a little bit different. We'll see. I kind of want to go for a very straight line like here at the back because I got some tumby over here, but yeah, I want to be kind of straight like that. I think we'll curve a little bit just here at the end. I think I do got to go for a shallower foot here. Welcome in, Cucumbers. That's a good name. Yeah, I gotta adjust this line. I think I'm gonna have the foot be almost obscured here by the body, I think a little bit. Because just looks a little too thick for Mochi's left foot here. How's your Wednesday going, Cucumbers? Cool PNG tuber sprite. I appreciate it. Thank you. I can do better than that. I can even like elongate this technically. Forgot I'm using my polyline. Here we go. Yeah, I want to go thinner for Mochi, I think. Mine's been pretty good. We just started today. Really, I've been getting some work done in the background, and realistically, I should check something here too. Those haven't come in yet. Oh no, those did come in. Nice. Perfect. Grab this. I'm getting some extra files here for our charity work we're doing here. Cucumber says, "I like how you express your sexuality with your hoodie. I've been very closeted before, telling my mom I was bisexual, but I think I'm aroace actually. Well, congratulations for exploring your sexuality. That is awesome. I definitely wanted to be a little more open about my identity in these streams. I'm not usually this open, and I don't live in a place where I'm really able to be that expressive. So I take what little expressive opportunities I can and enjoy them. So thank you. I appreciate that. On top of that, the tassels of my hoodie that would technically pull the hoodie closed are actually a representation of my gray genderness. Those are done. I'll have to look at that other one later. I think we're doing good. Okay. Based. That's a nice response from a parent who's like willing to support you and be like, yeah, I don't really care. Just be healthy, have fun, be who you are. That's great. That's a better body style that I'm looking for. Like I said, though, I do need to get the head in the right position. So we're going to kind of go for spikiness here on the shoulders. We're going to go for very subtle spikiness, I think, though. It doesn't show up all that much when in a zoomed out perspective, as we see here with this mochi here in this reference piece. We're going to go for subtlety here. And then it's 2 before ears. Okay. Yeah, so the idea is we are raising money these next couple of weeks here for Rainbow Railroad. If you do, let me do exclamation point. This one I think is the right one. Yeah, perfect. So as you can see in these little text boxes are a little different because they got to be different for the text amounts on both sites I'm streaming on. But we're raising money for Rainbow Railroad, and their mission as an organization is to help queer folk who are experiencing persecution and to give them pathways to safety in order to resettle or begin their journey of resettlement and helping them through that process. They're based out of the US and Canada, and they've been helping folks since 2006, if I'm not mistaken on that date. So you can read about the work they do on their website, or you can click into the link that's pinned at the top of chat to read about our campaign here. We're going for 2 weeks. I'm doing art as a, just as a fun thing that you all can watch, and I'm really raising awareness and stuff. Don't feel like you need to donate if you aren't in the position to donate. Spread the word if you'd like to. But I also want to say that even if you can't spread the word, if you don't feel like you're in a safe place to spread the word to other folks around you and stuff, don't have to worry about that either. I do not want to put people in positions where they can't safely spread the word, especially when we're raising awareness for a charity that is trying to help folks that are in dangerous situations. So don't put yourself in a dangerous situation. That goes for anybody listening that would like to share the word. Take care of yourselves. Having fun, raising money and awareness, and being prideful is what we're all about here. We got to do it safely. We got to strive for a safer world where we can be safe in everything we do. So right now I'm working on an art fight attack, since art fight's going on here during July. And we are doing an attack for Mochi. I'm doing a comic style attack, and I'm getting my line art done. I'm getting my positions. This first comic panel is going to have Mochi visible through a window. So I'm getting her pose down, but I don't think I'm going to have her full body visible in this one. And in about probably 25 minutes, we're going to take a moment to watch a testimonial of Rainbow Railroad's work as well. What's my art fight username? It's the same as you see on stream, Steampunk Fiend. I don't have many characters up there. One of them is like in archive until I get a better art of them because I haven't drawn them in a while. But feel free to look, and I really got to put on that page that I'm raising money this month as well. Let me look at, does Mochi have a round head? Yes, okay. Let me just do this here. I think I can go shallower on the triangles. I think I need to go more vertical height on the head as well. I hate the ears. Nah, I kind of need to just get rid of this and start over again. So we're going to grab this. I got to lock in today. Good luck. If you're doing art or anything like that, best wishes. That's what I'm missing. I can do a little bit of do a little bit more head. I can draw a little bit more of her head here, like this. That'll give me the shape I need. I'm like, something's not right. That's better, but I think I went a little bit too far out. Or did I? I kind of think I did. We're going to get there. I'm going to make this work. I think if I just do like this, I think it'll work a little bit better. Yeah, it's better. What I might do as well, for my own sake, I think what I'll do is I'll have just like a little bit of the floof comes in to form almost like a little neck base there, but it doesn't have to necessarily be. It'll still transition almost directly into the spikiness of the head. Or the head for really. Okay. I think we just had 2 back-to-back Legend of Zelda songs, which is kind of funny. Actually, sorry, this one's Mario. Why did I think it was Zelda? The previous song we listened to was "Dawn of a New Day" by from the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask remix soundtrack. That one was by Doc Jazz 4, Funky Entropy, Theophany, and Expert Novice. If any of you want to find some of the music we're listening to, I know it's not audible on YouTube, just in case there's like anything copyrighted. But you can listen to all of this on ocremix.org. These are all fan-made creations for different video games and celebrate different pieces of music. So if you want to check them out, ask about what we're listening to, and I can give you a name of what we're listening to. Right now we're listening to Planes, Capes, and Turnips from the new Super Mario Bros. Remix soundtrack. This is by Chris Lundberg, David Lindskog, I hope I pronounced that right, Jackson Stevens, Kevin Matthews, and Rose Martin. English is hard if y'all didn't know. And tail. I gotta not forget tail to draw this in. Oh man, my favorite artist, musically in particular. That's a tough question. Give me a second to think about it, because I think the first person I'd go to, admittedly, they actually I can't say their new artist name. That would be a little less. Their old artist name had a word in it, which I technically don't mind saying, but since I'm raising money for charity, I don't know if I should say it. Um, that gives you an indication of it's a little spicy. It's a spicy word in terms of like it's a little naughty, but they're a great artist, and I always respect the work. But I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that I also in particular really love that I go out of my way to listen to. I'm more of a person that has favorite tracks. I think very recently I've ever like developed a fascination with particular artists and stuff. Um, yeah, I think the only artist musically that I will follow to hell and back is Symphony. It is spelled Cynthoni. Symphony. It's a play on word of symphony and the word oni as well. And I think it's also like a little cool way to have synth in there. They're a great artist. Very much drum and bass, breakdance, emotional noisecore, maybe is how I'd describe it. So that may not be everybody's jam, but it's also what I just listen to regularly and constantly. As of late, though, because I'm getting back into anime, for like the past like 6 days, I have just been listening to Comme Susurtad, Come Sweet Death, by from the Evangelion soundtrack. Because I'm like, I'm gonna go see Evangelion tonight, and that is got me hype. But I bounce around artist wise a ton. This one you look at. Bryn. I will say though, probably one of my all-time favorite albums is by a person called Too Mellow. That is two and then Mello. Too Mellow. And they did the soundtrack for a game called 2064 Read Only Memories. And that game is such a fantastic point and click adventure game that I listen to the soundtrack to this day after playing it 10 years ago almost. I think did I pick it up in 2018? I might have picked it up when it was 2018, so maybe it's been closer to 8 years. I don't know the song track name, but the opening soundtrack of Your Lie in April always hits hard. I don't know if I've heard that one off the top of my head. Doesn't ring a bell. Another really great anime song is the ending to Ghost in the Shell's standalone complex. Sustain Plus Plus, I believe is what it's called, if I'm not mistaken. Probably somewhere in here. But it's by Millie, Mili. You search up Millie, you'll probably find it. Millie's a really good artist. Oh, you know what? I don't know how I kind of I forgot about this person's work. But another great artist that I really love, and I probably follow more. Depends on if I get into more of the things they scored. But Kevin Penkin and the work they did on Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss is a very dark anime. I cannot stress that enough. But Made in Abyss is a fantastic show. And I love that show to death. And that music in that will always make me cry. Um, do really quickly this too here. So I have a base reference for the floor. Okay. Let's do. You know what I might do? I might actually duplicate this layer here. So I have a reference of the pose. So I can draw them at the stove here. Turned around. I can talk about music a lot. So if anybody has any music questions, I can like start listing things that I really do enjoy. We can be here for hours and hours. Let me look at my timer, by the way, to make sure I'm not missing anything. I think we'll be 10 after the hour. Okay. Those toes. Toes are very bean-like. I think I'm going a little too thick. Let me kind of think about this really quick. I think I don't need to go quite as in-depth as I'm going here, so we're going to erase this here. Try again. A little bit of belly. Right now we are currently listening to Reversing the Alien Attack from the Line Defense Remix soundtrack. This is by Stam. The good things are kind of just my test layers for the line art. I'll get line art probably done in a little bit. I feel like I have everything correct. This is going to be covered by apron as well, so I probably don't need to draw the tail until it gets out like here. I'm going into a bit of a focus mode here, y'all, as I get this done. Apologies. My apologies. That's come along pretty good here, I think. Okay. This is gonna be really goofy. I can't wait. Not bad, I think. I'll quickly move this so it's not in the way. Okay, and I do need to draw the apron styling here. Okay. Let me get the straps around the hips as well. Okay. I want to go a little more cross on the eyes if I can, just like make it like really angry. Like you can tell this is now they wanted to see this late at night. Okay. Might make the tail bigger too. Okay. So now I gotta do the center comic strip. Just gonna have. I'm actually gonna take a break and we're gonna do our little info segment here. Alrighty. As we take a break here, I'm gonna pull up a video for us all here to watch as we see a testimonial from Rainbow Railroad's work, and I'll talk a little bit as well about what they do. So if you guys have missed a stream, haven't been here before, this is your first time around, Rainbow Railroad is an organization that is helping LGBTQI folks escape persecution in their countries of origin by giving them pathways to safety with resources available to help them in, especially if they're transitioning or if they need medical attention, making sure that they can find resettlement and go through the resettlement process a little bit easier, as well as offering for advocation. They do advocation in government bodies to make sure that governments are recognizing that queer folk are never going to leave. We have always been here, and we are always going to be prideful about who we are. So in that vein, they put out a video a few years ago. This is 3 years old, of a story of them welcoming Olivia to Canada. So I wanted to show this today as well. I do need to do a little bit of setup here in testing. I'm going to make sure that our audio is working here with, before I do this, we're going to test with this here. Cool, I think we're good to go. Alrighty. Let me get this paused here. And let's see a video. Let's hope this is cut right. It's a little bit off center here. I could adjust that. Probably. It's tough. Oh, my pencil. I think that was the right one. I can never tell. This should work. Alrighty, so this is welcoming Olivia to Canada. And this is by Rainbow Railroad, a testimonial.
So we're here tonight at Pearson International Airport. We're welcoming Olivia. She's arriving from Turkey. Her situation in Turkey and the country she fled from as well, Nigeria, were not good situations for her at all as a trans woman. She initially requested our help in 2021. It's been a really long wait, but we're finally here. And, you know, myself and my colleagues and her settlement team are all just really excited to meet her tonight, finally.
I feel so great because I have a second chance to live. I want to work for humanity. I want to become a nurse so I can be able to help the less privileged like me. So I know people like me suffer a lot and that they need care. I have no family in Nigeria. If I go to Nigeria, I will be killed because I'm a trans woman. But I've reached out to many organizations and none of them came to my aid. It's only Rainbow Rally that came from my head. So I'm going to thank the donors that made this journey possible, because without them, there is nothing like Olivia in Canada. And Canada is my last hope. I have no other hope again, apart from this family. I have a wonderful family. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you.
This little end card here says we expect 10,000 people looking to Rainbow Railroad for support, and this was back in posted just before just as 2023 started. Right? I'm not mistaken. This was in June 2023. So 3 years have passed, and that situation has changed as well. There are now more people than ever looking for Rainbow Railroad's aid in finding opportunities and pathways of safety to reach a place where they can call home and not fear or not face persecution and not fear for their lives. I didn't expect myself to tear up. I've seen this video a couple times before, but sitting here and being here and actually doing this just reminds me of how important this is, because we've already had a couple of donations so far, and I want to thank you guys for raising that, and those donations are going to help people like Olivia and helping people the Rainbow Railroad is offering their aid to, in order to bring them hopefully to a better place, free of persecution and free of the fear that comes with living in a place that doesn't accept people who are queer. We love everybody, and that's why we're doing this work, to make sure that everybody has a safe place they can be. So if you'd like to, again, support Rainbow Railroad, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can support it right now through Tiltify, or by looking on Twitch and clicking the little purple donate to charity button. Or you can head to rainbowrailroad.org and look at their pages for either supporting as a volunteer, or you can click, I believe it's a blue, I know I have their website somewhere. I thought I had their website somewhere. I think I closed it. Oops. I believe it's a blue donate button that allows you to donate directly through Rainbow Railroad. And I wanted to mention as well that if anybody needs to write this in for taxes, wants to write this as a put this in as a tax deductible donation, you can definitely do that through Tiltify. I'm pretty sure Tiltify sends out emails as soon as you make your donation that allows you to write this as a tax write-off. And on top of that, Twitch will, if you donate through Twitch, through the purple link, purple button on Twitch, it'll also supply you with an email or probably an email. I don't remember the exact wording they used on the donate page. I probably should go check that as well. But they will supply you with an email, I'm pretty sure, that allows you to write it off with information you need for your taxes and stuff if you're in America. I don't know if it does it differently for other places. It might. Don't quote me on that. I'm in America, and that's the perspective that I have. Anything else? If you as well donate through Rainbow Railroad, they will also supply tax tax receipts if you need them as well, if you want to write them off. So that helps you make your decision and helps you donate. Please do consider. If any of you are working and has an employer donation program where your workplace will match donations that you make, please consider checking in with them, seeing if they offer that, and seeing what steps you might need to take in order to match a donation to Rainbow Railroad if you donate. In my lifetime, since about 2019, I've spent a lot of time in my years watching a lot of charity options. I first got started with GDQ, Games Done Quick, and their efforts to support organizations that help people. Whether, like, I know they do 2 organizations. I don't necessarily want to be. It's fine. I think we can share it because doing charity work is a community effort where people come together. So I know GDQ does work with Prevent Cancer Foundation and Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders. Those are their 2 mainline events and their 2 main beneficiaries. But getting started with them and watching the efforts that they have put together, and then watching other people who raise money for, whether it be the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the, I think it's Level Up, which is the program that does work in hospitals to give kids opportunities to play video games for therapeutic reasons and like escaping the fears of being in a medical situation, to the work we're doing here with Rainbow Railroad, to work I've done before for World Central Kitchen and other organizations like that. Being charitable and taking the support and the privileges that we have, if we are well off, and sharing them with others is really beneficial. And it always makes me really happy to see that video of Olivia making her way to Canada and being able to find her place in a place that'll accept her and won't persecute her, is that she wants to go and help other folks as well. That Olivia wanted to become a nurse. And I hope that her journey and that is going well, because the world needs more people who are willing to help others who are less privileged than them, rather than putting them down on the ground and persecuting them or hurting them. So please, if you can, throughout your life, support charitable organizations, spread the word, if nothing else. Be a person who makes the world a better place. With that said and done, though, I'm going to put... Good, that's all of that. Let me bring up our art and we'll keep working for a little while. I'm going to stretch a little bit my back. Stretch. Okay. And then we'll work on our second part here. We're going to do the background a little bit. This is going to come in a bit of an interesting fashion here as I do one line, hopefully from corner to corner, that is relatively straight. I am not very good at drawing straight lines. Don't ask why. I'm an artist that's been doing this for a while. I still can't draw straight lines. Put the little partial one here. I can, you know what? I will tweak this by just turning it. No, I'm not gonna do that. It's fun to do that sometimes. I don't need to, though. So, you know what? I'm gonna leave that one as is, I think. We'll make this one work. It's a little bit off center, but I think it'll work for what I need it to be. So with this dividing line, the goal is to have 2 little like snippets here of little action, like little pieces of fun goofiness here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a door being knocked on. actually do it like this here really quickly. Put the window in. Like so. Okay, there's our door. Probably go even smaller than that and make it look better, but it's fine. Not gonna be that important. Then we're gonna have the door being open. So what I might do is I might copy the frame. Yeah, we'll see if I want to copy the frame, I think, at least. Just for fun. Good thing is I don't have to copy all of it, necessarily. Just need enough to give me the scope. What I'm drawing. And the scope of that is going to be a very tall person walking through the door who is going to be frowned at by Mochi. Okay. Okay, I think that's fun. Perspective's kind of off, at least for the door handles and stuff. I might fix that if I go over this again, if it's not really that important though. Okay, so drawing my character is going to be interesting because they're going to have to be like partially in the door frame like this. Like they just ducked in. Actually, I technically want to draw this on the character layer as well. Oops. Let me do that before I forget. Okay, let's draw a triangle. So if I was ducking through a door, how would I pose? I was like, probably lean forward and my shirt would probably still be straight. Okay. I think I'm actually gonna make this. I'm gonna make him bigger. Whoops. I gotta sell the fact that he's like actually stepping through the door and is like kind of bigger than the door is, you know? Because like leg wise and shirt wise, I think I gotta make the shirt a little lower here. Kind of closer to that, and then we'll have my legs come down in. Or Caution's legs come down in, you know? And again, if I was doing this, let me stand up and try and do this. I use it almost I'm in a crouching position almost. Where they come straight out from the body. Kind of like so. Then we'll like go back down in almost. And I probably should like lead a little bit better so like it's like kind of like this. Thick old thigh I'm giving my character accidentally. Unintentional, but really funny. It's kind of the jeans I'm wearing. I keep saying I because this is technically the character that is mine, the one I'm drawing here. Also, shout out to the fact that Caution is just like opening up the door. Actually, I'll probably put like a come in or something down here, maybe. And then I'll be like, whoa, hey, small door there. Hey, I heard you're giving out free food. And like cut off at the very end of the sentence as they like fully take in the fact that they're wearing a shirt that like publicly denotes that they don't like tall people. Welcome in, Bogues. I'm doing pretty good. How's your Wednesday going, gamer? If I'm grabbing the handle, it's going to go like this. Alright. So won't really see the thumb, but I can see my other fingers here. Plumbing out of your house has stopped working. My roommates and I haven't had a shower today. It's been awful. Damn. Hopefully a plumber's coming soon. Okay, let's draw a stove. We're going to draw a little bit more of this here. And whatever's not visible doesn't have to be. And I gotta sneeze, ugh. That's better. Okay, that'll be our stove. Let me get this working here. Okay. Then we're going to do cabinets alongside this. I think I'll do other set of cabinets and maybe drawers, maybe? I don't know. My goal here too is to also like not do too much, where like it takes too long to draw and finish in and stuff, so. I think my goal is I'm not going to draw the back color of the walls, but I will draw color for the cabinets and stuff, and the stove. But I'll probably leave most of the door simple color, and then everything else around it be a basic paper. Speaking of that, let me actually get the paper down as well. Oh, cool, it repeats as a texture. Nice. Didn't know that. Okay. How did I manage to grab the wrong color? Oh, right, because I technically was using the other color. Never mind. Wrong layer, too. Hide the layer, Kronk. Wrong layer. Okay. Can copy this over here. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. I do need to get... Oh, I forgot to get... I mean, okay, I guess it technically doesn't matter because I can just do the same thing I just did and copy the upper cupboards over, but I forgot I was going to do the upper cupboards before I transferred it, probably. That's okay. We'll drink some water here. I have a little granola bar I'm going to snack on as well. So allow me a couple of seconds, folks, here. I'm probably going to mute up and I'll probably throw my other avatar. For anybody on Twitch, y'all are listening to Lies My Sniffits Told Me from the Super Mario RPG Window to the Stars remix soundtrack. This is by Expert Novice, by the way. As well, I need to technically do this as well. Perfect. For a lot of everybody on YouTube, y'all heard you're listening to some good songs before as well. I technically, like I said earlier, leave it off for making sure copyright is not happening, just in case any of the remix soundtracks have anything in them that gets caught, but they're all good songs. Head on over to ocremix.org if you need to find any of the songs we're listening to, or just ask me what we're listening to and I'll give you the title and you can go find it that way. Alrighty. I'm going to mute for a second and I'm going to eat my granola bar. Granola bar was tasty and has now been consumed. Yatta. I love this emote. It's so stupid. I love that sprite. It's so stupid. Okay. I'm doing pretty good. We'll probably like redraw some of the background and stuff. I don't think I'm gonna have time to redraw it today, but I'll have to make time. I am going to be going to a movie afterwards, so I must be ready. Okay, since Mochi is shorter, I do think I should like make the cupboards just like here maybe, because it's like above their eye line just a little bit. So like they stuff like reach up for stuff, but like it shouldn't be that hard to get stuff in and out of these cupboards, I think. What I might do too is I might erase some of the cupboards above the stove. Technically, you'd have a fume extractor above the stove, so like you're not like sweating out your boards above your open pot, you know. But I'm sure I can draw that in. All right, shouts to Clip Studio having a moment there, but it recovered itself, so we're good. Okay. Nah, I think I'll just do cupboards. It's gonna be gross since there's not a fume extractor, but you know what? No, we're actually just gonna delete everything above the stove. There will be no cupboards above the stove. There we go. Alright, no cupboards above the stove, and I technically need to erase a little bit of this here. That's better. Okay, that's the kitchen done. Let's get this copied over. Yeah, so this is not going to be visible because I'm going to put it in front of like a window. Or I'm going to have the window be in front of it, I should say. Other than that, it's coming along good. Do I get more points if I draw my own character and I slap it in? I don't think so. Okay. Okay. We're going to go for about another 20 odd minutes, I'd say. And then we'll be done. So in that time, what I want to do is I want to decrease the background opacity, lock this layer, and we're going to redo the characters in their final line art. So we're going to do Mochi line art. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's spelled with 2 eyes. Okay, perfect. It's down to like a 7 maybe? How does 7 look? I think 7 works fine, I think, for what I need it to be. I think about the fact that I do have to draw the tail in here too. How big is her tail again? Yeah, I'd say it's wide enough to cover her foot from view, I think. Okay. Hello, Spark. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. This is a good song. Right now we're listening to track 1, Final Nitro Mix, from the Top Gear Remix soundtrack. This is by Reza. Heat's calmed down a bit today. Good to hear. Same here, which I'm really thankful for. Let me see what the high is actually today. High of only 33. Oh, there's thunderstorms outside. Apparently. Maybe a chance? Yeah, chance of storms. Spent a couple hours working on fixing my office chair. It's been ages since I touched it. Nice. What'd you have to fix? Legs hard to explain right now? No worries. No worries. Hey, I'll send some pictures another time? Yeah, sure, if you want to, send them in the Discord. Okay, good. I'm not the only one that draws it like that. I do technically, yeah, it's a good point. I should probably draw the knot in the middle of the bow. Okay. There's the apron tied. Deal me, I can't forget the little leaf up here. God, I love this character. It's so funny. I'm gonna start up here with the little leaf and try and bring it away from the ear so it's not in the way. I technically should draw the loop around the neck too. Before I forget. Because usually there's like a loop around the neck. I guess it also could be technically an apron that just is around the waist too, but I like ones that are full-bodied a little bit more, especially because they allow me to do funny designs on them. So we're doing a full-bodied one for Mochi here. Just in the normal one, but it's okay. Just in traditional, I should say. Necessarily. And here we have the traditional apron in all its half glory. That's what it feels when it's like hot outside. You just start combusting in flame, or you start controlling flames, I should say. Yeah. How did I draw the? Did I draw the feet on? I guess I technically did. Yes. Yeah, because they're facing away. It's a little easier to draw them when they're facing away. That's not bad though. I think we're almost done here with the line art, which is awesome. At least the line art from Mochi. Did I do it like this before? Was this the updated one? Yes, it was. I think the last thing we do before we leave today is I'm going to work on the apron to get that design done. Okay, and to look up, I do need to look up a roller coaster height chart. Let's see if I can find one. Oh, I forgot one of the lines on the apron. How did I miss that? I don't know how I did that, but I did. Okay. Since I think this is going to be like a blue, we'll do an apron text layer. I'll draw it all in. So we're going to do white. An off-white. We'll do a little bar. And down to the bottom. We'll do another bar. And reminders, we're ending up getting close to the end of stream here. If anybody wants to donate or learn more about Rainbow Railroad, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can head over to rainbowrailroad.org to read about their efforts there from their own website. Or you can do !RIJ to read about our campaign and get a link to the Tiltified campaign. Or you can click the little purple donate button, donate a cherry button, that's below the stream feed on Twitch, and that'll allow you to donate directly without leaving the platform. A reminder that Rainbow Railroad is an organization that is dedicated to helping queer folks escape persecution in their countries of origin or the countries they find themselves in. And they do that by creating pathways to safety through guidance, through resettlement, or procurement of resources to allow an at-risk queer person to have a level of safety as they try and figure out their next steps. So if you'd like to donate, please do. We're going for another 2 weeks as I put on an art show every day and have fun doing art with you all. All right, well, let's do the rest of this text here. think we're gonna do must not exceed height for free food. I might have to do this in smaller fonts. Yeah, I need a smaller font probably. Okay, I got 10 minutes to fix all this. Let me cut this out. Because the height bar is not bad. uh, for what purpose, Spark? Spark, you are stinky. Fine, I'll go shower. Go take a shower, gamer. Looking fishing for any excuse to go take a shower. I feel that sometimes. These days, though, I just tell people, yeah, I need to go unstink. Sounds good, Spark. I will be done. We'll be ending here soon. Appreciate you stopping by, though. Enjoy your shower. Enjoy the rest of your day, gamer. No problem, Choom. This lettering is tough. And my hand under a lot of stress. I'll definitely have to stretch out afterwards. Okay, must not exceed height for free food. Alrighty, it's gonna be good. I can't wait to get this all done. Oh, I'm tired. Alrighty. Let's go see if there's anybody I want to go raid into. I think there might be. We'll just have to see. Oh, there is actually not a lot of people live. Wow. There is literally 7 people that I watch that are live. Like 3 of them I don't watch. 4 of them I don't watch regularly. Alrighty. Well, before we head off, let's run through our lovely little regular old messages here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for your support today. Appreciate it. Rainbows in July is going to continue through the rest of the week, and we'll have 5 more days next week as we raise more money and more awareness for Rainbow Railroad, whose mission it is to make sure that queer people who are facing persecution in their countries of origin or countries they are staying in are allowed to find pathways to safety in order to find a place where they can live and be who they are without fear of harm or persecution or legislation that restricts their lifestyle. We're hoping to raise $100. We're pretty close to that goal right now. We are about $30 away. So hopefully we'll raise that by the end of the event. It'll be pretty fun. We'll be doing it between Twitch and Tiltify, which will be pretty fun, but look forward to that. We are doing Art Fight as our wonderful little event, like show thing, like whatever I'm doing during the event kind of thing. We're having a lot of fun with it, which is really great. We finished one attack. We're working pretty hard on the second one so far, and it's going great. And we're doing this event to make sure that people remember that even though there are dark times right now, that it feels like the safety that was once here in America or in other civilized countries is being eaten away by legislation and the people in power. There are still people who are fighting for you. There are still bright spots. There is still work that can be done. There are people who care about you. Pathways can be found to take you to safety if necessary. And it's good to always just remember to be prideful. Pride Month may be over. We're in Disability Pride Month to celebrate your uniqueness and fight for your rights if you're disabled. We'll fight for them here too. And just remember that it's being alive, being who you are, is resistance enough, and you are loved. Pride forever. And I think we're going to go say hello to Crystal Cheesecake, who is playing some Skyrim right now. They're in their roleplay Skyrim phase. And I'm basically going to throw you into some fun roleplay, and it'll be fun. We're going to vibe. We're going to relax. No worries about messaging or anything. Just have a good time over there, and it'll be perfect. I swear I heard a message go off, but I don't know why. Did I? Nani kore? Okay. Weird. Well, we're going to go say hello to Cheese. I'll show you what they're up to right now. That is the wrong one. That's fine. You get to see a sneak peek of me in a different position. Me on the left side of the screen for once. But as you can see, Cheese is here. They're having a great time. Cheese uses they, them, their, or am, pronouns. Haven't actually asked about the am, pronouns in a while, so if you need a pronoun check, just ask for one when it's a good time. Please understand that during this roleplay game, roleplay version of Skyrim that they're playing. Cheese may not be able to interact with chat, and that is a-okay. We're going to have a great time over there regardless and have a fun time and relaxing and taking you guys to good content. So I will see you guys tomorrow at around the same time, 2 p.m. EST, noon Mountain Time, and 11 a.m. Pacific. We'll be going for about 2 hours tomorrow, and then on Friday we'll be going for about 4 hours. Please keep in mind that I do try and take care of myself for these marathon streams, so I may not go live exactly at that time, but I will be going around that going live around that time. We were pretty late today, but that is a-okay. We'll still have fun regardless. So, what should be our raid call? I don't know. Artists? No. Peeking at your Skyrim, or peeking at, no, that's weird. There are dogs. I don't know. Maybe a few more dogs for your Skyrim playthrough. A few more dogs enter the Skyrim world. And if you're subbed up, grab this one that I'm posting in chat right now. If you're following, feel free to use whatever emotes you want. Just throw that message in and have a good time. Alright, I'm going to get this raid started over here. And I'll see you guys over there. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Can I just yeah, there we go. The way I have my monitors set up, it's sometimes really hard to type in Twitch chat from my browser. And it's like, ugh. Be good, browser. Don't be weird. Alrighty, y'all. I will see you guys over there. Grab some snacks. Get your popcorn. Go enjoy the wonderfulness that is cheese. And have a fun time over there. Until I see you tomorrow, it's never goodbye. Just see y'all later.